Yo, everybody, what is going on? We got another team review video where pretty much everyone just flexes how great their teams are and how fun their lineup combos are. We're going to look at what people got going on after week 3 of Superstar Origins has come out. How many Auston Matthews are we going to see today? How many Mitch Marners? We've seen more Mitch Marners than I thought last week. Are we going to see more with the new Mitch Marner line combo? So let's get into it, guys, and we're going to start with Mike Modano on the 4th line, because apparently that's just what we're doing now. We're just putting unbelievable cards on the 4th line just to show how dominant our team is. We got Mitch Marner, Nathan MacKinnon, and Mike Modano playing 3 minutes of ice time a night. Aiden Hill is in net. Brian Leach with Al McKennis on the 3rd pairing. And then Malkin with the Team of the Year lineup combo. This team is just stacked top to bottom. $281 million and 65 AP is unbelievable. That is a nasty 65 AP team there. Obviously he has more AP because he's got 4 Team of the Year cards that don't actually use any of that AP. So that's more than just 65 AP. All right, this is a more realistic team we got going on here. We got Brock Faber with Salming on the bottom for 2 overall. We got Star of the Month Carl in net. Makar and Redden is an unbelievable combo. Neiman and Bouwmeester, unbelievable combo. Then you got the Nathan MacKinnon combo. Mitch Marner finding his way on the Sergei Fedorov line with Teemu Solani. I wonder if that line's going to change at all with the new Leon Draisaitl. This seems to be put in the Discord before Leon came out, so I wonder if that line's getting changed at all. Then we got Mario Lemieux with Braden Point and Thomas Hertl, and we got the $26 million line combo on the bottom that if you switch out Rupe Hintz for a Superstar Origin Dallas player, I think, you get more money. Actually, you don't because you're using it on your top line. I fell for that earlier today. You are maximizing that bottom line for $26 million. Excellent team here. Great build. $246 million with 70 AP. Let's go. And that Mario, I want that Mario with Elite Unstoppable Force. He'd be a fun card to use. And we got 4 Team of the Years getting McDavid back in the lineup and McKinnon in the lineup with the Slafkovsky line and the Ovechkin line. McDavid, Sakic, and Malkin. That's just a disgusting line combo. We've got the rookie Matt Sundin with the David Pasternak and the Zetterberg. So we've got a nasty 3rd line there. And then the fantasy 4th line for $48 million in salary. John Quick in the net and Charlie McAvoy with Jake Sanderson and the good D combo being led by Zdeno Chara. 48 AP. So we're a little low on the AP here, but it's because we're using the easier to get, less expensive captain. Getting 10 less AP, but you also have 4 Team of the Year cards, so the AP isn't really that big of a deal. You don't need to go chasing the more expensive 83 overall cap or 93 overall captain. And then we got $279 million in cap. I can't wait for season 4 because these teams are getting out of hand. Season 4 is when it gets shaken up a little bit, and I can't wait for season 4, even though we're still like 2 weeks away. All right, we got the MacKinnon line, and then we got the Pinnacle Vancouver-ish line with Jordan Stahl in the middle for 3 overall, $12 million. Ehlers, utilizing that free Ehlers card at the start of season 3 with Solani. So 2 unbelievably fast wingers getting in there. And then Brock Nelson with Dustin Brown and Cole Caulfield getting you $9 million. Dominic Hasek in net with Jacob Dobbs is $17 million in salary. So that's a wicked good goalie combo there, giving you 6 AP and $17 million. That's a really, really creative use of that line combo to get massive salary and AP help. Really good job there. Well done putting that lineup together. And then obviously the Colorado line on the bottom, getting you 3 United States players as well, so you can get Jake Sanderson activated. All right, so the pitcher's kind of lopsided here, but that's okay. We'll look at it real quick. We've got the Nathan MacKinnon with the Point, the Mario, and the Pinnacle player for $19 million. So that Mario line giving $19 million is really nice. We got the Colorado Ignite LA line, and then the all Swedish line on the bottom giving $26 million. Kind of cut off. Sorry, you can't really see it there. We got Samuelson, Carlson, and Latamäki getting you a $26 million 2 overall boost. So that's a good lineup combo on the bottom. And then getting a +2 with Stolars and running the Liljegren as your backup for the American combo to help get Sanderson activated. I can't really see the AP here, so we don't know what you're operating with. But you get a $34 million salary. That's really nasty. And with what I can see here, you probably are close to like 65 AP which is a really good place to be. Helps you get everything important activated and a little extra. We got the 4 Team of the Year cards that are most impactful: Chara, Sakic, Coffee, and then obviously McDavid. It's got the 99 Lindell, and the 99 Lindell being beside Eric Lindros and Mike Gardner is kind of nasty. There's no lineup combo here, but I honestly don't think there's one needed, if I'm just going to be honest. Like, you've got unstoppable force with Eric Lindros with gross speed. You got Lindell, that's absolutely nasty. And you got Mike Gardner, that's nasty. I don't think this line could get any better, other than the fact that it's very right-handed heavy on your wings. This is a really good line. You got the Tyler Seguin with the 2 Team of the Years, the Nathan McKinnon, and Barkov on the bottom with Aho and Rantanen for 28 million. 295 million on this team and 74 AP. This was taken yesterday before the new lineup combos came out, and the Jake Ottinger goaltender combo that you're seeing here on the bottom with Levy, that actually has more boost now, so he actually gets a little bit more salary on this squad, even though he doesn't really need it. All right, here we go. This is coming in from Pittsburgh, who likes to throw different lineup combos together. So let's see if we can find what the link here is with Pittsburgh's team, because there's always some sort of link with his team and his players. So let's see if we can figure it out here. We've got McDavid on the first line with Kapanen, and then with the Rebecca. So I don't really know how these link up together. And then we got Podkolzin with Thompson, Nicholas. I don't see the link here. Maybe somebody in chat can see how all these cards link up together. You got me on this one. You got me on this one. I don't see how these link together. You got me on this one. But this is a nice team build here. I'm going to look at this after the video and try to figure it out. But I don't know. We got a guest in chat saying it's Olympic players. But I don't know. I don't think Josh Norris has ever played in an Olympic game. So I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to keep looking at it later and figure it out. Nice work here, man. Oh, ugh. Another Boston heavy theme team here. We got the big $10 million Superstar Origin Boston team. Bergeron on the third line with Marchand and Jake DeBrusk, the free Christmas card. So getting some use out of that. Herka Kairu with Ray Bork. We got Andrew Raycroft, Torrey Krug, Charlie McAvoy, all the... Like, this is an unbelievable Boston theme team, by the way. $236 million in cap, only 12 AP, because unfortunately you can't get Herka Kairu activated. You could try to slip in like a Kyle Connor. Maybe you could activate him as that American 2015 draft pick that got away. You know, little shot at Boston right there. They could have had Kyle Connor. Just saying. All right, we're pod racing, ladies and gentlemen. We got Mike Modano, Sebastian Aho, and William Nylander on the first line. What a first line we got here. And then we got the Nathan McKinnon line, the Nico Heishirer line, and it looks like here we're running lefties on the left side, righties on the right side. So we're running true hand here, and then fantasy card for the 48 million. Ukko-Pekka Lehkonen and Justice Noonan in net. And then we got, oh my God, we've got the Miro Heiskanen, Mo Seider on the third line. Top to bottom, decor, unbelievable. Honestly, I don't think the bottom pairing is the best pairing, but I would probably throw the bottom pairing on your top pairing just to try them out a little bit more since you've got them. But this is an absolutely nasty team with a gross decor. Oh my God, dude. Well done here. Alrighty, we're going to zoom in little bits at a time here. But we got the McKinnon line with the Heishirer line. Lane Hudson with Coffee, Neiman with Bouwmeester. Like the Neiman and Bouwmeester line or Newman and Bouwmeester line is what we're used to seeing now. Same with the Makar and the Sanderson, because the Sanderson is one of the more popular captains to still have. So like these are the more common defensemen. And then you got your nice cheap fourth line for the 9 million salary, 1 overall boost. Still productive fourth line. Free Braden Point, 2 overall when you put him with Caulfield and Misa. So that's a nice pairing right there. Well done here for a free-to-play team. This has been built really well. And having 2 Team of the Year cards on a free-to-play team is absolutely nasty. So well done doing that. Good job. And man, I bet you're saving for Star of the Month already, right? Alrighty, we got Dan Vlad here in net with the Mad Sogard giving a little boost there. Kevin Fiala with Joe Sakic and Owen Tippett. This Owen Tippett's actually a really nice card because it's super fast. So that's a really nice use of that card on your second line with Fiala and Sakic. Marchenko with McDavid and Peter Bondra, getting you a +1 there. And then getting that sick card art on the team. I love the card art they've been doing with some of these players. So anytime you can show it off, I love that. I wish they would do more card art like that. You get Ovechkin with Adam Lowry and Sam Reinhart, the free Sam Reinhart that you got for starting season 3. And then Lawton with already the Yuri Klurich on this team with Podkolzin. So a good salary line there on the bottom. And then nice well-built decor. The big decor of Vlasic and Ekblad. And then the Christmas Fowler still getting some use. And John Carlson and Seth Jones up top. So a really, really good team. And, gotta love the Philadelphia Orange. Apparently this line can't fit Point or McKinnon in. McKinnon could go on your second line if you're talking about the Superstar Origin. Because I think that's just a Colorado boost there. So McKinnon should fit in there. Unless you're doing more than just the Colorado boost and it needs the icon. I can't remember that line combo. But yeah, that's a tough run right there. Trying to get McKinnon and Point in and stay under salary. Alrighty, we got Mario Lemieux with Eric Lindros and Connor McDavid. That's just a gross line. Obviously the two big boys with unstoppable force and McDavid's team of the year card. And then Chara Makar like we're used to seeing. Hedman being paired with Quinn Hughes. Let's go. Getting our first look at a Victor Hedman card. You like to see that. And then getting Wallstad in as a backup. Adam Larson is your fantasy defenseman. And then Victor Eklund as well as another fantasy card. And Matt Sundin to round out your Victor Hedman 93 overall card. Pairing him with Quinn Hughes is a nice pairing because Quinn Hughes is fast. Victor Hedman's big. So that's a nice combo that probably holds well. This team has $330 million in salary cap and 59 AP. Yeah, that's some salary cap right there. Unfortunately, we're just going to probably move past this one. We have Nathan McKinnon and the Panarin Solani line, but with Boone Jenner instead of Sebastian Aho. So the Boone Jenner is a nice replacement instead of building the Sebastian Aho because you already have the Jake Sanderson. So getting a 2 overall boost, 12 million, 7 AP. The only thing you're missing is the 1 overall. Not a big deal when it comes to the cost of Aho. So, or the Heeshire, whichever one that combo is, I can't remember. But not a big deal when it comes to that. Rather just the Sanderson and move on. And then we got the free Nico just by signing into the game, or Nikas, just by signing into the game, boosting up that Turcotte Caulfield line. And then your fantasy line for your money, and Stolars as the goalie. Stolars being the goalie here because Elite dialed in has slowly become the better goalie combo, and everyone's starting to run it more and more because of how effective it is. But then your decor, you got Yossi with Cider, which is gross on your third pairing. And then you got Cale Makar with Sanderson and Bouwmeester with Numanen. I would, like the last team, I would put Cider on the top pairing with Jerome and Yossi. Like, just move your third to the top, push everyone down, just to try it out. It's a new D pair. Why not give it good minutes each game? All three of your D are all unbelievable, right? So like none of them are gonna hurt you more. Like, might as well pop them up there and see what they're like. We got our first Auston Matthews. And Buddy says, no Matthews combo, no problem. I'm going to put Point, Matthews, and Pasta all on the same line and just have a wicked second line and not worry about combos. Because I got $48 million on my fourth line and $47 million on my top line. I don't need to worry about salary, he says. $275 million salary and 54 AP. Quinn Hughes with Sanderson's a great combo. All these teams are just nasty, right? There's nothing you can really do. You're just essentially everybody's starting to wait for season 3. Like maybe everybody's getting ready to move on from this team of the year Pinnacle line. They're ready to just wait. Maybe we see season 4. They give us like a Pappy team of the year line that makes everybody run Pappy and team of the year. We'll have to wait and see. But these teams, we're just waiting for season 4 is what it feels like as of right now. But nasty team, brother. Yep. Well, that's a team. Yep. That indeed is a team. We've got a icon team here, boys, where we got all the best icon cards. Mario, Fedorov, Coffee, Leach, Pronger. This is just an icon team right here, boys. This is just an icon team right here. This is a fun team. This is just, you know what? This is an expensive ass team. This is an expensive team right here. This team is iconic. This team is so iconic. This is an expensive team to build here, boys. Imagine the time building all of these cards. Whew. Let's go though. Fun team. Diamond 2, Platinum 2 team I'm seeing. So let's go, buddy. And nice Grizzly jerseys. John Tavares, William Nylander, Auston Matthews. You can't go wrong with that. Oh, wait, never mind. We got almost a Toronto Maple Leafs team right here. The fantasy is for salary on the bottom. The goaltending is for salary on the bottom. The Rasmus Anderson is because we should have got him in that trade. Stupid Vegas taking all our players. But yeah. This is a fun way to build a theme team here. We got Patrick Marleau utilizing the Braden Point because you just got him. So utilizing that card. Brett Hall is a fun addition to that line. Just absolute shot power all over the place and the speed of Point. But Mitch Marner finally being built on this team. He wasn't there last week. So a big Mitch Marner addition and the Auston Matthews addition. Well done on the Toronto Maple Leafs team and getting the salary boost so you can use the players you want. Nathan MacKinnon hitting that first line. You know, the Nathan MacKinnon line is the best line that you could have. And then the team of the years being paired with the Peter Bondra. That's actually a gross use of the Peter Bondra for that $47 million because the Bondra card's really, really good. Marner with Lemieux and Point is a good one. $10 million for that one, just a strong line. And then Heeshire with the Fiala and the Nikas. Again, 2 free cards, 1 free card from the XP path, and the other free card by logging in and getting your objectives done before Tuesday. So you could trade them into the 91 BND and guarantee yourself the Nikas. So, you know, although the teams are getting better and better, we're still seeing a little unique players here and there, like the Matthew Schaefer, the Mad Sogard in net, the Heeshire Ignite card, and the like the Bondra and stuff. So we are seeing slightly different teams, even though they are getting way more out of hand. This is a Swedish themed team here, so let's go. Unfortunately, not getting a medal, so sorry for that. But $184 million, 59 AP team with the captain of Victor Hedman leading the way. We got William Nylander in here and Raquel as well. So a nasty theme team and only gonna slowly get better. So keep it up, keep building your squad. It'll slowly get better and better as you go. And I'm surprised there's not 2 other superstar origin Swedish players that you can't get on this team for more money. I figured there would have been. All right, we got Nico with Timu and Panarin. Then we got the Sakic, Roenick, Stamkos line, and then the Sagan, Malkin, Ron Francis line. I haven't seen that combo since the very start of season 3, so that's a good one to see. And then just cranking the best 3 MSPs from this event on the bottom line with McKinnon, Pasternak, and Rantanen. These 3 cards are absolutely gross, and you're just getting them in there to get them in there. $264 million, 17 AP. You desperately need to get a captain activated here. And obviously the best one would be Mitch Marner, but that's tough. You desperately need a captain here to get yourself some AP because you are missing out on so much power on this team by not having that activated. Bo Horvat, Nathan MacKinnon, Tom Wilson, Mitch Marner. Oh, we got an Olympic roster here. That's what I'm looking at. We got an Olympic roster here. Glenn Healy is the backup, just for a little bit of AP. Darcy Kemper, maybe he's gonna switch to the Binnington now that Binnington's there. Maybe he switches to the Binnington, gets himself a good Binnington. But the only thing on this team that is not the Olympic roster is well, I guess Kemper is like the third goalie, so that kind of works. I wonder if he's gonna go get the Binnington. But this is an unbelievable Olympic team. Unfortunately, Braden Point got hurt, so he couldn't make it. But this is a great squad. I love the theme team here. Draisaitl with Barbashev and Ron Francis getting you 3 overall boost. And then we got the McKinnon line. Nikas with Bunting and Besser for $10 million. The fantasy line giving you all the money you need. And then Patrick Waugh in net with a 1 overall boost, getting him into the 90s. Lane Hudson with Seth Jones. Miro Heiskanen with Noah Dobson. Haven't seen a Noah Dobson in a really long time. So it's nice to see a different defenseman there. Same with the Seth Jones. Get a little change up. Ray Bourque, you don't see too much of. And the Ivan Barbashev will be a card that we start to see more because of the new lineup combo. I imagine you see him pop up more and more. So good creative lineup, different lines, different cards. You like to see it. Team of the year, Chara and Makar. It's what we're going to see. And I imagine it's what we're going to see in season 4. Like, I imagine when season 4 launches, there's going to be 2 team of the year defensemen for like $40 million. It's what it's going to be. We're used to it by now. And same with the fantasy. So like your 2 team of the year defensemen and your 3 fantasy forwards, that's just on your team, right? And maybe these 2 defensemen go down to your bottom pairing. Who knows? But these are going to be on your team in season 4 as well, because I imagine it's going to be laid out the exact same way. And then we got Nylander, Draisaitl, and Point for 4 AP. So that's fun, even though you don't need it because you're at 73 AP and you're not even using all of it. So you don't even need the AP. We got McKinnon using the XP Slavkovsky that you got for free instead of getting the Superstar Origin Slavkovsky to get that extra salary cap. But again, you don't need the salary cap, so you might as well utilize that free card. And then you got a full Swedish line here on your third pairing, which is actually a fun line. And this Lindholm is a really, really good card. So that's a nice use there. And Aiden Hill being your goalie, which again, you got for free. So utilizing a lot of good free cards here with like the Point, the Slavkovsky, the Jones, the Byram that you got from the fantasy event, and the Aiden Hill. And then all 3 of your fantasy cards on the bottom were free. So you got really lucky with all of your, not free, but like you got really lucky with all of your BND fantasy cards. We got the McKinnon line, the Heeshire line, just 1-2. We've been used to seeing that for the majority of season 3. And then also you've got Mario Lemieux with Mitch Marner and Braden Point for 10 million. That's just a fun line. That's really right-handed heavy. So I hope you're good with right-handed players, which I imagine you are, because out of your 9 forwards, only 3 of them are lefties. So I imagine only 2 of them are lefties. Out of your 9 forwards, you only have 2 lefties. So I imagine you're pretty good with right-handed players. And then you got the team of the year players and then Bouwmeester, Newman, and Hughes, and Sanderson, and Vasilevsky in that, which I ran for a while. Vasi's a good goalie. 260 million, and you're using every penny of it. Let's go. We've got Brett Hall with Brian Bradley and Huberdeau. I haven't seen Huberdeau yet in season 3. I know this is a theme team, and what a theme team, by the way. I know this is a theme team, but I haven't seen Huberdeau in season 3 at all. So that's a fun Huberdeau sighting. And we're getting the Sutter in here, so let's go. Haven't seen too many of him, even though he's got some nasty lineup combos, which you're not taking advantage of because, again, it's a theme team, and really good theme team here, by the way. Gilmore with the 99 faceoffs, elite, and then you got just an absolute stack of good players. Probably a good little diamond team here because of the Brian Bradley card, but maybe you're elite. Maybe you're elite now. Gilmore being paired with McKinnon and Pasta, so a different look at the McKinnon line, giving you $10 million. And then you got Panarin, Lowry, and Gensel getting a stack of lineup combos. Taylor Hall with Nylander and Stutzel is a good way to go. Gonna move Hall up to the first line, then get second star player and put them with Gilmore. Okay, there we go. A little change up there, changing it around, maybe putting Gilmore on that line and moving stuff around. So a little bit of changing coming for Shadow in the future. But running the Lundqvist, he has great ability there with the elite showstopper. And then the D-core is just stacked top to bottom, like we've seen on most teams. They've dropped so many good D combos that it's been so easy to stack your D top to bottom this season. We're going to have to wait and see how it plays in to season 4. $248 million, 48 AP. Oh my God, we got an elite gamer here with the elite Todd being put in there. Aiden Hill is our goalie. Then we got the full-on finish line on the bottom for $28 million. Henry Urkukairu, because I mean you got a finish line, so why not get Urkukairu for your AP bonuses, getting you up to 50 AP, but also 2 team of the year players getting even more AP. $264 million. The elite flex with the Braden Point and the Connor McDavid, and then the Nathan McKinnon line and the Pinnacle line. Oh, that's the Pinnacle Sagan with Panarin and Solani for a 3 overall. Just a nasty top 6, getting you obviously decent enough to get you into elite. Let's go, buddy. And we're pairing the finished players on the bottom for $28 million. All right, we got Eric Lindros with Polton, which means you've got a check fantasy card just sitting in your lineup or in your collection. Maybe later on at the start of season 3, you'll utilize that, but you don't really need salary as of right now. You just kind of ride it out, see how it goes, and wait for season 4 to start, and then you can get your fantasy cards cooking again there. But we've got the Eric Lindros, Raquel, Polton getting that good combo. McDavid up to 95, which is crazy good for McDavid. And you got the Makar and the Chara getting you $34 million. So, I mean, like, how can you hate that? Fedorov on D with a +2 with Gudis. Getting a Gudis sighting here is always fun. And getting your Czech players on your fourth line and your goalies to maximize on getting your Gudis to that 40 AP that you need. So an unbelievable job building this team, and another Yossi Moritz Seider sighting. So that lineup combo being built more and more. People not a fan of the Ratko Gudis after the Sidney Crosby incident, but that's just an accident of the game. Gudis went in to make a hit. Crosby tried to avoid him, and those things happen. We've got a Anaheim Ducks theme team here, so that's always fun to see, an all-time Ducks theme team. Which I'm starting to ask myself, I clearly know that Fedorov was on the Ducks because they're on this team. I just don't remember Fedorov being on the Ducks. I feel like that would have been one of those like bury the contract situations, but I don't ever remember Fedorov playing on the Ducks. Maybe I'm drawing a huge brain fart there. I know he definitely played on the team because they're on the theme team, but I can't remember it. But this is a great top to bottom theme team here. This is just absolutely fun. I hope you have a blast with it. A $211 million theme team is sick. Like, when you can get $211 million on a theme team, you're laughing. Plus, you get to activate a captain. That's a really strong theme team. Nathan McKinnon being on the first line, and then Dylan Larkin being cited. So we get to see a nice Dylan Larkin utilizing that season 2 card, getting a +2 with Ron Francis and David Pasternak, the Colorado line, and then Matt Sundin on the bottom with Nylander and Frondell. Just, tiers of could-be Swedish goats here, where Matt Sundin is a Swedish legend, an NHL legend. Nylander is a Swedish goat, and then Anton Frondell, hoping to maybe one day be in that category of an unbelievable Swedish player. Have to wait and see how his career goes. But what a fourth line here, getting you $14 million. And then again, just a stacked decor, utilizing that free Jonas Brondin with Hampus Lindholm for $20 million and 1 overall. Absolutely sick team here. Well done putting this together for $233 million. We got Bergeron with that quick release being paired with the speed of McDavid and Ehlers. So that's a fast line with a nasty shot on it. Same with the Heeshire line on the third pairing. And then Ovechkin with the Slavkovsky McKinnon line. Everybody. It feels like everybody built that line because it was just such a good line when it came out, and it was worth getting after because all the cards were unbelievable. And then McAvoy and Hughes, 2 really good cards that just give you a 1 overall boost, but fun to use. $233 million, 27 AP, Heiskanen, Captain Heiskanen with Makar, and Yossi being paired with just the regular Team of the Week Mo Seider. So that's actually a sneaky way of getting that Yossi cranked up. One that I didn't think about, because I'm not going to lie, I completely forgot that Mo Seider had an 84 overall Team of the Week card. So that's a great way to build the Yossi if you're a fan and crank him up 3 overall and $10 million. Well done there, doing that line combo. I completely forgot about the 84 Mo Seider. That's a really, really good job. Quick look at this team here. We got Taylor Hall, Auston Matthews, and Mikko Rantanen for $14 million. Mitch Marner, Tim Stützle, and Malkin for $10 million. And then the McKinnon line and the Heeshire line rounding out your top 6, making it an absolute crazy top 6. Again, decor is top tier with the random sighting of a random Superstar Origin card to play with the Drew Doughty. So we get a little uniqueness there on the third pairing. $252 million with 70 AP. Ho, baby, we got another elite gamer here where we got Yuri Curry with Peter Bondra getting that Todd in the lineup. So we got an elite level gamer here with Matt Sundin, Raquel, and Kempe, Sogard in net. So Ken confirms Sogard is an elite level goalie. And then we got Anderson with Nick Lindstrom, the Moritz Seider Yossi line, and Cale Makar with Sanderson. So this is just top to bottom, just flexing all over us. $244 million, 61 AP, not a team of the year or fantasy card in sight, and a nasty team. It can be done. And then we get a Toronto Maple Leafs team with a Nick Antropov, something you don't see a lot of. So I love that you utilize the Nick Antropov card. Even though it's 4 AP, theme teams have one trouble, and ones without captains definitely have that trouble, is you can't get AP, as we can't get it kind of in focus there, but you got 24 AP on your team. So anytime you can get AP of 4, it really helps you out. And that's what you're doing on the bottom line as well, where you got Bobby McMahon, John Tavares, and Matthew Nyes getting you 2 overall, 5 mil, and 4 AP. So utilizing that, good combos there. Again, you can use cards that aren't on theme teams to help you, which is what is being done here as your backup goalie. Like, you make your own theme team rules, and don't let anyone tell you this is a Toronto Maple Leafs theme team. And my God, is it a good one. You have done a good job building this team. I can only hope that my Leaf team eventually gets here. Well done, brother. Zetterberg up the middle with Sakic and Mike Gardner. That's a $14 million 7 AP combo. Eric Lindros with Mitch Marner and Taylor Hall. So just a gross top 6. And it gets nastier as you go. We got Slafkovsky, Nikas, and Ovechkin. Well done grabbing that Nikas. Even though you didn't even get the BND Nikas, you went and got this out of the store. So, like, instead of grabbing that, the BND one that you could have just gotten with 30 collectibles, you went and grabbed the one from the store. So at least you can sell them later on and get a little currency back for them. And then you got your team of the year with your Pinnacle player. This was the downer about the Pinnacle line being with the team of the year, which most team of the years, you're seeing that right now. Most team of the years, this is the one downer with them, is because you don't want Malkin that high up your order, you have to put McKinnon and McDavid at the very bottom to get the salary combo. So they'll have to figure that out a little bit there. But, you got Chara, Makar, you're stacked all over the place. You're not really hurting. $312 million, 74 AP. We got Solani, McKinnon, Slafkovsky, Gardner, Lindros, McDavid. So, gross top 6. And then Roenick, Sakic, and Malkin, like we see a lot of. Malkin's just a big body, hard to knock off the puck. So he's one of the better Pinnacle ones to use for sure. The 3 fantasy line, I feel like that's just burying these cards. I feel like those 3 fantasy cards should be farther up your order. But we got team of the years everywhere. We got Aiden Hill. Just an absolutely stacked team, top to bottom. It doesn't get much better than what we're looking at right here. Fantasy line with Taylor Heisey, James Van Riemsdyk, and Pavel Zacha taking the top minutes, taking those top minutes from the Joe Thornton line, where you got Joe Thornton, Patrick Kane, and David Pasternak's team of the year. Barkov on the bottom with Captain Aho. And then we got Andrew Raycroft in net. I would love to pick your brain about how you feel about the Andrew Raycroft. I played him for a little bit, and my God, have I never had a worse goalie in my net. I always change up my goalies. Like, I never have a goalie play more than like 25, 30 games for me. There's the odd one that I'll do a good run on if I like the player or I keep coming back to them. But I have never had a goalie play so bad as that Andrew Raycroft. He was letting pucks in everywhere. I think he had like in 7 games, he had like 6 or 7 goals against on average. Just a terrible goalie card for me. I hope he's working out for you though. Adam Larson with Miro Heiskanen for 2 overall and $6 million. Ukko-Pekka Lehkonen, I have him in my net. Absolutely love the goalie. And then we got Eric Holla with Armia and Michelli, using those guys to help you activate your Aho, which I'm actually just noticing now that you don't need to do all that. You're doing that because you want to, because you have 12 of 5 Finnish players. So you don't need help activating that at all. This is an absolutely great team right here. Oh my God. I was so worried we were going to lose to Finland. I was so worried. Great game, but thank God we won it. Sorry, no offense. We got the McKinnon line and then the Pinnacle Sagan with Solani and Panarin. And then Matthews with Madonna and Pasternak. Just jamming. 3 really good cards. All 3 in which need a little bit of help with lineup combos, but unfortunately you don't get any of them in there with lineup combos. And then the fantasy line on the bottom, one of the Jamie Benn owners. One of the Jamie Benn owners that when they pulled this Jamie Benn, the first thing they were doing was asking EA to give them a new one. And hang on to your hats, Jamie Benn might get into the 90s. something that we never thought was going to happen. So this could be a card that maybe ends up working out for you. And then we got Stolars in net, and the Makar, the Newman, and the Sanderson, the Hughes, all the defensemen you expect to see. Madonna with Ehlers and Nylander. We got the Beckett Seneke with McKinnon, the Kempe with the Tays, Rantanen with the Solani. This Rantanen-Solani Tays line, I ran that for a little bit. That's a really, really good line. Lowry with McDavid and Panarin is just a good combo. Salary, overall, everything. Well done here. And then we got Hendrik Lundqvist backing up Cooley. I would probably switch those two just to utilize the elite showstopper, but I mean, that's up to you. And then Thomas Harley being paired with Klingberg for a massive combo. Hedman being our captain. Massive W there. Getting that 40 AP up to 70 AP. $239 million. Whoo-wee. Here we go. We got 6 Team of the Year cards. We got the ultimate, almost said elite, show some respect. We got the ultimate Todd on the bottom with Madonna and Mario, the Heeshire line, Lindros. Just like, what do you do with this team? What do you do with this team? This is just a gross forward core here. And then the D core just gets even nastier, and Vasilevsky in net, $271 million, 48 AP. This is just straight flexing all over the screen right here. We got Heeshire with Solani and Fedorov, getting you a little bit of AP everywhere. And then we got Mike Gardner with Madonna and Taylor Hall. That's a very good use there. Mike Gardner, Taylor Hall, extremely fast. Getting you a little 1 overall boost to help Madonna out a little bit, but Madonna's still a really good card. This is a very good top line here. And then getting your money out of Sakic, Roenick, and Sagan. And then just for the yucks, we got McKinnon, McDavid Star of the Month, and Tim Stützle on the bottom line. Not giving you anything, but just for the laughs, just making a gross 4th line. $275 million, 50 AP, and Pekka Rinne in net. I know a lot of people that say this Pekka Rinne is just a nasty card. So I hope he works out for you really well. Gross decor. I really wanted to build that McAvoy. I still might. I have until Friday. I still might build that McAvoy just to have him in case I want to try him throughout the year. Oh my God. This is the first line. Oh man. We got 96 Matthew Barzal, 99 Anton Lindell, and 96 Taylor Hall. And if that first line's not bad enough, after you manage to navigate around that first line, you get to deal with Mike Gardner, Eric Lindros, and Joe Sakic. And let's just say you survive that second line. We get McKinnon and McDavid's Team of the Year with Peter Bondra, and then Marner's captain with Thornton and Leon Draisaitl. So if you somehow manage to get through all of these forwards, good luck scoring, because it's just stacked on the back end with the 2 Team of the Year cards, Makar and Chara. We got McInnes with the Leech, and we got Yossi with the Mo Sider. Just an unbelievable squad. Getting Turco with Mad Sogard to getting him to a 92. Like, what do you say? What do you say other than like, hey, we're just going to wait for season 4 and see what happens, but you're still riding that top pairing into season 4, and it's going to give you the money you need to do whatever you want, like keep the Gardner and the Lindros line going. Unbelievable squad. 315 million, 69 AP. We got the Nathan McKinnon line, of course, with the Mario Lemieux and Malkin and Point. So utilizing the good Malkin, getting the Mario in there with that unstoppable force, and getting the Point XP card. Hillary Knight, mixed emotions for me about that. I mean, we could have not tipped that puck, but whatever, Hillary, whatever. We could have not tipped that puck, Hillary. And then we got Ron Francis with Auston Matthews, Mark Messier with Alexander Barkov, and the Frederick Gauthier. The Frederick Gauthier is actually a nasty card. He's got 99 face-off, something I didn't know until I just looked at him recently. 99 face-off would almost be worth switching with the Messier, unless the Messier has 99 face-off. I'm not 100% because I haven't really looked at him. The Messier card, when I looked at him when he first came out, wasn't impressive, so I just wrote the card off right away. But 1 overall, $22 million is not a bad combo for Messier. And then the Salming Drysdale line that came out with the record breakers, utilizing that card you built at the end of season 2, getting you $8 million and 3 overall. So well done there. I said Drysdale right, didn't I? I think I said Drysdale. I think I said Drysdale right. Pretty sure I said Drysdale right. We got McKennis with Fox and Quinn Hughes with Herkakairu, Redden with Makar. I love that Redden Makar line, and I love that Quinn Hughes Herkakairu line as well. You did. He's just my favorite player. He was a good one to watch in Anaheim. I haven't really watched much of him in Philadelphia yet. I got to watch more Philly games. We got the Nathan McKinnon milestone card with Fiala and the Ignite line A. I used that line A for a while. That line A is a really, really good card. So well done there. And then we got Barkov with Rantanen and Lehkonen. Milestone Crosby making an appearance and getting $19 million with Cody Glass and Braden Point. Well done. Good use of that line combo there. We got the Draisaitl Marner Thornton line. I was wondering when that line was going to pop up. And then we got the ODR Aho with Gartner and Madonna. So a good little combo there. Nikas with Slavkovsky and Ovechkin. And then team of the year hiding out on the bottom like it's been doing. McDavid and McKinnon can't find their way up the order because Saku Koivu is keeping them at the bottom for salary. I don't know how people still roll this UC Saros with confidence. Everybody knows you just got to decom and get to short side. So I don't know how people run that unless they're just defensively sound. Absolutely crazy running this goalie, UC Saros. Even though he gets you 10 million, 3 AP, whew, that's a risk running that goalie. All right, not a fan of the Philadelphia Flyers, I'm seeing, but we got Nathan McKinnon with Slavkovsky and Ovechkin. We got Tyler Seguin, Panarin, and Solani, and then the XP line of Stutzel, Point, and Raymond. So utilizing that free lineup combo really, really well. And then getting Dustin Brown with Joe Sakic and the Sam Abakovsky card for 1 overall, 19 million and 10 AP. And Vasilevsky in net, great goalie. I used the Vasky for a while, Vasilevsky, and he's unbelievable. Decor is a little creative here, where we get the Jonas Brodin, the free BND, pair him with the Sanderson, and then we get Brandon Carlo paired up with the Thomas Harley to get some good lineup combos. $227 million, 63 AP. Well done, getting everything good there. You are really in need of an American goalie, American player to get Jake Sanderson activated, as I think what you're missing there. And if you get Jake Allen out of your net, I forget what his name is. I always say it wrong. It's like Chris Tierney or Chris Telleny or something. He's an alumni New Jersey Devil. He's American. You could throw him in there. That would be your 5th American to help you, and you would still keep your $10 million salary boost. That would be my number one target to get the Jake Sanderson activated. Is I would go get the Chris Tellenelli or whatever his name is. He's in the New Jersey Devil alumni. All right, let's just vomit team of the year all over this place. We got every team of the year that was made, plus the tip queen herself, Hillary Knight. Again, would have been a fan if you had missed that tip, but whatever. Jeremy Roenick with Peter Bondra. We got the Auston Matthews with Mike Gardner and Eric Lindros. So we're running the Toronto line ahead of Hillary Knight, so I'll take it. It's acceptable. And then we got Cousins with Lindell and Hall. Like, what do you say about a team of the year squad? Like, this team is stacked. Like, it doesn't get any better. And like, team of the year, fantasy, team of the year, team of the year, team of the year, free Aiden Hill. Like, you legit, and with the Mike Gardner and the Lindros now, you legit have like 4 spots on your team, even when season 4 comes out. This is an unbelievable squad. $300 million, 49 AP. We have another elite gamer here, boys. Elite Todd being paired with Point and Mario. We got the Nathan McKinnon line, the defense that you're used to seeing, McAvoy, Sanderson, Mo Seider, Yossi. We've seen a lot of this Mo Seider and Yossi combo. I didn't think we would see it that fast, but it's like people went out and built that lineup combo like right away. And we got Newman in with Bouwmeester, the fantasy line stacked. Anthony Stolar's in net because, again, with that elite dialed in, I seriously think that is one of the best goalie combos you can, or the goalie XP you can get, is activating that elite dialed in. If you haven't tried it, get elite dialed in. You will love it. And a good starting point is Stolar's because he's not too expensive to build or buy. We got the Joe Thornton line with Draisaitl and Marner, the Nathan McKinnon line, the Heeshire line, the fantasy line, just 12 solid forwards top to bottom. And then the D as well is just stacked. Like, these are the teams we're going to start seeing more and more of. And the question is, what do you do? Like this, they have given out so many good lineup combos and so many good cards that you get a team like this to the point where you don't do anything in the last event. The only way, and I still think we're going to get like a warp speed style event, the only way they can entice people to build the new cards and or spend money is if they do a warp speed event. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, because like you look at a team like this, where is the incentive to go and chase the new cards? And you might be asking yourself, well, you know, the event will be for people that don't spend money. And sure, but like they're gonna want to entice the people, and I think warp speed's the only way you do it. Nathan McKinnon with Slafkovsky and Pasternak for 10 million. We got Panarin, Gensel, Taze. That's a gross lineup combo. David Perron, Point, and Malkin getting you 19 million. Again, that's a good use of the Tampa, Pittsburgh, Pinnacle, Vegas lineup combo to get $19 million to help your team get to 229 million, even though you don't have fantasy or team of the year, cranking your salary up high enough that you can start to play really, really good teams, and utilizing the free Christmas Cam Fowler, which is great to see that you can still get that on your team and utilize a card that you got so long ago, because that's something that we don't see much of, is old cards being utilized. And as I say that, we got day one XP Connor Garland making his rounds. All right, we got the Captain McDavid with Solani and Malkin. We got the McKinnon line. We got Todd with Lundell and Kane. So that's a unique line to the player, where it's not giving you any combos, but they just like those players, which is always a great way to go. Put the players you enjoy on your team. Martin Brodeur and net, who's every once in a while easy to score on, but sometimes gives me trouble, and it gets frustrating when I can't beat that goalie. But the decor you expect to see with Faber and Salming, Newman and Bouwmeester, Sanderson and Makar, just, you know, it's the best six you could probably have at, I'm assuming, minimal, if any, money spent. I'm assuming this team's no money spent, or very minimal money, just by looking at it here. $236 million, 55 AP. Well done building this team. McKinnon line, the Heeshire line, Byfield with Lindros and Point. And then we got the Joe Sakic line that people have been riding since the start of season 1 or season 3, because it just gave you a little bit of everything, right? 1 overall, 19 million, 4 AP. It was just such a consistent line that people have just been riding it out because it just worked so well and helped them get salary on their team, even though they didn't have fantasy or team of the year, which this guy's up to 243 million with 59 AP. So slowly building a great squad, utilizing the Yotis Brodin with Charlie McAvoy, getting your free Aiden Hill. Definitely not, I can't say definitely not no money spent, because there are some people that have the Eric Lindros that have grinded the game out. So definitely not going to say not no money spent. If you work the market, maybe it is definitely doable, but just a great team here. Little hard to see this one, but what we can see is we got the McKinnon line. We got Matthews with Barkov and Stutzel. So a good combo. Captain Theodore with Brodin. We got Riley, Stutzel, Hannafin, Jacob Dobbs. Just a well-built team, but it's kind of on an angle with a little bit of a glare, so it's kind of hard to see. But it's a good-looking team here, buddy. Oh, I haven't seen this team in my ranked games since adding the cider, so I can't wait to match up with this team now that they have cider. It should be a good time. And recently added, so I play this team a ton. I play this guy all the time, but I haven't played him since he got the Marner, the Leon Draisaitl, the cider, and the Heiskanen. So a bunch of new cards added to this team, and can't wait to catch you. $256 million, 73 AP. I look forward to seeing you on the ice. We have a PWHL team here, just rocking $199 million in salary with 23 AP, just crushing it. And I believe this PWHL team is in the diamond, if I'm not wrong. Like, just because they're small doesn't mean you can't get there. I have played with my fair share of PWHL players. You can easily win games. You just have to play different than you're normally used to playing. It's more of a puck movement game than a skating game. And if you can move the puck well, a team like this is really, really fun. And I imagine he's having a blast. Mike Gardner, Eric Lindros, McDavid. Again, Like that's just a nasty top line. You get the Sakic, McKinnon, Malkin for the money. You get the Heeshire line because it's gross. And then you get Nikas, Byfield, and Cooley making a good lineup combo here. And again, Stolarz in net. I would imagine every time I see this Stolarz popping up, I would imagine these players are like high diamond, elite, or even high elite, because I always see Stolarz the higher up the rankings you go. And I swear to God, it's because elite dialed in is the best ability. And I bet if I asked a lot of competitive players, they would probably tell me that elite dialed in is the best ability they used. I don't know if it's directly related to it, but every time I see quick release activated, I feel like elite dialed in gets activated as well. So I don't know if it's a counter or if it's just a coincidence. But I like dialed in, and I strongly suggest or recommend using it if you can. Sorry, buddy. I'd love to show your team here, but it's showing me I'll try to do my best here. We got the McKinnon line. We got Barkov with the record breaker Rangers line. We got a Bedard sighting in there, so you like seeing that. Unfortunately, the picture just isn't working out well. I apologize for that. But yeah, from what I can see, unbelievable job here. Using the Yossi with the Makar, getting the Mo Sider line. Well done, buddy. Macklin Celebrini making an appearance. Let's go. You don't see Macklin Celebrini too often. So Macklin Celebrini getting in there. This is almost an all Canadian line. I would say it is definitely a Canadian theme team, and we are utilizing the backup goalie to get the 10 million that you definitely needed. So we got a fun Canadian theme team here, getting the Mitch Marner in there to get you up to 50 AP, $232 million. Thomas Harley, Matthew Schaefer, Brent Burns, Doughty, Makar, just all the top players there, and the 92 Celebrini with Crosby and McKinnon. You love to see it. This is our second Canadian theme team here, and they're both fun to see. Toracek, okay, we don't see too many Trocheks. Toracek, I say it many different ways, probably all wrong. But you don't see too many Trocheks. We got Ehlers with Sagan, the Dylan Larkin making an appearance on that XP line. And again, Boone Jenner with the Solani Panarin line. So again, seeing that Boone Jenner being utilized that you built in season 2, utilizing him in season 3, getting some good combos. So you can't hate when you can pull an old season's card in and use it. That's why like the Sanderson will be good. All the captain cards will still be good because the captain line combos are ones that stay around, right? They'll change them up a little bit, but they'll always be captain combos because there's something they drop throughout the year and throughout the season and at the start of the season. So you can always find a way, like this Boone Jenner, to get them in, and that gives you confidence to build captains, knowing you'll be able to use them. But this is a fun team. We got the Brandon Bussi in net, which, by the way, everyone swears by the Brandon Bussi. So you know, I see people out there crushing it with him. 61 AP, $236 million. And don't forget, elite defenseman Sergei Fedorov. All right, I look like I'm hanging from the rafters on this one. But we got Braden Point, Eric Lindros, McDavid. We got Heeshire with Solani Panarin, Logan Cooley with Todd and McKinnon. And then the Swedish line on the bottom getting you $26 million, helping your team to get to $242 million, 51 AP. And Lindstrom on the third pairing is wild to me. I think that's probably your most expensive card, and you're just burying them to about 8 minutes a night. We've got the Glare McKinnon on the first line with Ovechkin and Slafkovsky. Auston Matthews with Malkin and Point. So that's a good use of the Braden Point card, getting him with Auston Matthews and Malkin, just making a good second line. Nikas with Brianna Jenner and Rantanen giving $12 million. Well done there. $24 million when utilizing the free Hagel card and the free Raymond card. All you had to do is go get Holtz. So 66% of your $24 million line was free. Well done putting that combo together. But again, I'm going to critique anybody that does it because, like, anytime you watch me play UC Saros, the first thing I say is I just pepper short side. And every time I do, it's just goal after goal after goal. He's such a hard card to use. You got to play unbelievable defense. I could never trust putting this goalie in my net. Woo! We got a pod racing version team here with the Matt Sundin, the Zetterberg, the Pasternak, the McKinnon line, Heeshire, nasty fantasy line with Barzell on the fourth line. The free Aiden Hill. We're waiting for that Schaefer card I'm seeing. We're a month and a half, probably. I would say we're about a month and a half from seeing the Schaefer card get his Calder runner-up. Or do we think Schaefer's going to win the Calder? We'll have to wait and see how that works out. And then we got Newman in with Bomeister, and then the Lane Hudson with Paul Coffey. Heeshire with Lindros and Barzell. I haven't seen that lineup combo yet, but my God, is that a unique way of building that lineup combo. Barzell's nasty, Lindros is nasty, Heeshire's nasty, and you are using Sanderson as your captain. That way you can get the American boost from Quinn Hughes, Anthony Stolars, and Bill Guerin, helping you get that team going. I would, if you can, I know you're up to the brim on money, but if you can, the Stolars would be a way to go. Like I said, I know you're up to the brim on salary cap. You're hard done by there. Maybe I don't know how you could do it. Like, you're not getting rid of Lindstrom, you're not getting rid of Coffey. You're pretty much stuck unless you put the Philadelphia rookie Stolars in and you find a salary combo for him, which there are combos out there. So you'll be able to find a couple. Maybe you can make it work. But my God, what a team pushed to the limits on salary cap. Slavkovsky with Lindros and Gardner. Nasty first line. I've said it a lot, but the teams are just gross right now. Same with this third line here with Marner, Mario Lemieux, and Tim Stutzel. And then we got the Matt Sundin line. You can't hate a team that has Matt Sundin on it. I'm just saying. You see Matt Sundin, you fall in love. And we got Carl's Star of the Month that I'm starting to see pop up more and more. This is a unbelievable third line that you probably just pivot on. You don't play much, but one overall, $26 million, 4 AP. Nice job putting that together. Captain McDavid still being utilized because, again, any McDavid card that you can get on your team is broken, right? Any McDavid card is unbelievable. From his base all the way up to the end of the year, you can use legit any McDavid card in this game. Nathan McKinnon with Slavkovsky and Ovechkin. McDavid with Solani and Malkin for one overall, $12 million. And then you get that Colorado Ignite line for some nice lineup combos. And then the Pinnacle Vancouver line with the Naslin card, which is gross. Untradeable too. That's a gross Naslin pull. Untradeable. That is a lucky card to get. And then Sanderson with Makar, Anderson with Jonas Brodin for a different defensive combo, and Brandon Bussi making an appearance yet again. That one's kind of cut off. That one's hard to see because it's kind of cut off. But we got Roberto Luongo in net. You can't really tell. A Swedish line on the bottom with Burakovsky, Wenberg, and Nylander. But unfortunately, this one's kind of cut off a little bit. I feel like this team kind of ties in somehow. But we've got a team here that I don't really. Maybe it's just a team that we are just a fan of. You know, just a fan of all of these players. We got Gabriel Velarde with Adam Henrique and Taylor Hall. Good little first line there. That's a Windsor theme team. All right. We have been told it is a Windsor Spitfire theme team. Let's go. Let's go. I love that. That's a creative theme team right there. I like that. Even though I'm a Peterborough Pete's fan, you can't hate a good Windsor Spitfire theme team. Let's go, dude. Let's go. I love that. That's some good fun. 10 AP, $165 million in salary cap. Alrighty, we got Star of the Month McDavid with Byfield, and I can't see who your I think that's Panic is your winger on your fourth line there. And then we've also got the Marlowe, Lindros, Gardner line, Panarin, Ehlers, Solani, the Sakic line with Bondra is fantastic. And then on defense, we've got Chara with Coffey, Sanderson with McAvoy, Jordan Binnington in net. Let's go. You love to see it. Well done putting this team together. And let me know how that Binnington goes. Next, if you play a bunch of games with him, let me know. Let me know how he turns out for you. Because I kind of want to build that card. But I think you should get Levy from Ottawa. Because that gives him a +3 and a bunch of money and stuff as well. Roberto Luongo in net, Makar with Bomeister, Newman with Heiskanen gets 10 million, so that's a nice combo. And then McAvoy getting 97 overall when paired with the Ottawa Senators Finnish Superstar Origins player. So that's a creative use of that line combo, getting a +4 on McAvoy with 6 AP. And then, of course, we've got the McKinnon line, the Madonna line, but instead of getting Aho, putting that free Ehlers in there, utilizing that card. And then McDavid with Solani and Malkin, waiting to see what we do with that fourth line position there where we got Koivu, Rantanen, and maybe Barkov. Maybe Barkov goes in there. Could potentially happen. We got Roenick, Sakic, and Malkin with Coffee, Chara. We got the Stützle, Lindros, Gardner line. My goodness. Ovechkin, McKinnon, Slavkovsky, the fantasy cards, Aiden Hill, McAvoy with Sanderson. I want to get that combo so bad just to try it out. And I wouldn't even put him with Sanderson. I want to get McAvoy and just put him with Wade Redden and see how it goes. But let's go, dude. Sick combo. 49 AP, 297 million. But like the majority of your AP is free because of your team of the years. Miku Rantanen with Lindell and Yuri Curry. That's a different twist. You like to see that. And then Heiskanen with Panarin, Solani, Mike Gartner on the third line with the hairdo himself, Sonny Milano, and Nathan McKinnon, utilizing season 1 ODR, check my game, Mario Lemieux and Tim Stützle. What a use of Jack Eichel there. And then also getting Aiden Hill, the free goalie there. Great team. The Miku Rantanen, Lindell, and Yuri Curry combo for 24 million. My God. And then we got McDavid with Point and Lowry, the McKinnon line. But instead of with Ovechkin, we're doing the McKinnon line with Solani because he's nasty. Gotta love a Toronto Maple Leaf line. We got Matthew Nye's grudge match from season 2 with Auston Matthews and William Nylander season 2 XP card. So love this Toronto Maple Leaf line. And then fantasy $48 million line, Lehkonen and net, as everybody's running this Lehkonen card because one combos and it's a cheap $6 million salary for both goalies. So unbelievable. And then we got Newman and Bouwmeester, Doughty, Sanderson, Faber, and Salming. $238 million, 38 AP. Just an absolute unit of a team. Let's go to everybody building their teams today, guys. Thank you for putting your teams in the Discord. I really do appreciate it. It was an absolute blast looking at everyone's squad. This was the last one added by the squad. The offline Andes coming in last place there, but still putting together a sexy team. Thank you so much, guys, for putting them in. I do appreciate your time and effort, and love looking at what you guys got. Can't wait to catch you guys next Sunday to see what your teams look like. And until then, guys, ciao, ciao.